I really like the way that our Filipino community is able to really mobilize with something like American Idol, regardless of people's politics or generation or immigration status. It seemed that the whole community came together. I have a funny story about the whole Jessica Sanchez fiasco. My aunts and uncles and everybody was really passionate about voting. If only they use that passion for politics. But they were really passionate, and so a friend of mine told me a story of her auntie who had texted all of the other aunties, oh, don't forget to vote for Jessica Sanchez, and then she texted them with the text number that you were supposed to text. Only to find out that the next day, one of the other aunties said, oh, I voted for Jessica Sanchez 40 times. And then the other auntie, the original auntie, said, no, you text messaged me back 40 times. So I just think she did really well, and again, I think that she has the potential to really represent us. But I think it really is something that really fits along with this theme, just this idea of being more vocal and more present in the media. And I think that with books like this one and the many other books that we have here, we have an opportunity to educate not just the US, but the entire world about what Filipinos are, who we are, what our stories are, what our experiences are, how we are such a unique group with so many different people and experiences, but yet we can all come together in spaces like this and represent each other or support each other and represent our experiences. So today we're going to have a series of readings. Some readings will be read by some of the actual authors themselves, some who have traveled far to be here with us today. Others might be read by some community leaders here in New York. So first off, we're going to start with a reading from one of the most famous Filipino-American books in the history. Oh, I'm so sorry, I missed it. Okay. I did not follow my script. It's right here. So first, we're going to introduce the Tahanan books. Here to introduce the editor of the book we're celebrating today, and her publishing company is the acquisitions editor of business books at McGraw-Hill, Ms. Casey Ebro. Please welcome Casey Ebro.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Casey Ebro, and I have the distinct pleasure of introducing Reni Roxas, without whom we would not be here tonight. Reni first came to the United States in the 1980s with one purpose: to be independent and free to choose her own destiny. In Manila, as some of us here know, life is fairly secure and somewhat predictable. Reni obtained a master's degree in telecommunications from Syracuse University, after which she moved to New York City, where she worked for several publishing companies. Although she enjoyed her job immensely and had published award-winning titles for the American market, Reni knew that her prodigious talents were meant to serve another audience, her own. In 1991, she returned to Manila to begin Tahanan Books, a publishing company that specializes in books for Filipino families, schools, and libraries. Since then, Tahanan has won the National Book Award for Children's Literature 8 times. The company has also packaged books for UNICEF, Museo Pambata Foundation, and the Asian Rice Foundation. In 2008, Reni moved back to the US, this time to Seattle with her 2 teenage sons. She wanted to extend the readership of Tahanan books beyond the Philippines to North America, and to publish books that would interest the Filipino-American audience, readers eager to know more about their home country, their cultural heritage, their past. Which brings us to the reason we are here tonight, to celebrate the publication of Hanggang sa MULI, a collection of literary pieces written by Filipinos who have or continue to live abroad, away from home. It's a book that resonates deeply with the Filipino-American. Nostalgic, sentimental, and haunting, the book chronicles the struggle to reconcile 2 worlds and find our true place. I know what that's like. I've lived in New York for 14 years now, and I still commute emotionally between Manila and Manhattan, sometimes on a daily basis. Hanggang sa MULI is important because it paves the way for other Filipinos who move to foreign shores to write similar books, because they too have their own stories to tell. But it's also important because it speaks to all readers. It deals with a universal theme of displacement. Many of us have found ourselves caught between 2 loves, 2 homes, 2 directions, and we wonder in the process what it is we have found in exchange for what we've lost. Ultimately, we come to the universal truth that something has to end for something new to begin. Speaking of endings, before I conclude, I'd like to add a personal note. Reni and I share the same cultural DNA on more than one level. I worked for Tahanan for almost 3 years, from 1995 to 1998. In 1998, I left Tahanan and Manila to pursue my master's degree at New York University. I've worked as an editor in book publishing for the past 12 years, and I'm now currently an editor at McGraw-Hill. Tahanan was my first job, and it prepared me extremely well for the challenges and the joys of working in publishing in New York City. So I'm justifiably proud and deeply honored to be here tonight to introduce the creator and editor of HANGGANG MULI, my friend and former boss, the publisher of Tahanan books. Please join me in welcoming Reni Roxas.